you feel like that was the best your defense had played all year?
As a unit, yeah, so far, but me wanting to be the best, and I know we all want to be the best. It's going to be better days, but that we're in the right direction.
Sean, you've seen a lot from the offensive line in terms of in practice and everything. We saw like 8 reserve guys, 5 starters. Can you kind of tell us a little bit what you've seen in terms of offensive line development through the first 4 weeks? I mean, you guys have talked a lot about them, but I mean, it seems like it's kind of picking up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Confidence, that's something that they don't lack. And good leadership all across the board. And every one of them, they want to be the best. Like I talked about before. When they lose a rep in practice, oh, okay, let me get that rep back. Let's do it again. Iron sharpen iron. Offense been doing that, and I love the confidence they have, and it's going to keep getting better.
I asked Jim about, and you were part of that in that 16 class where a handful of you, I mean, there was a lot who played, but a handful of you guys were thrown in immediately to big roles, you being one of them. And I asked him if he saw any similarities with this year's class, because we're seeing a handful, Aidan, for example. I mean, we're seeing a handful of young guys get a lot of time. Do you agree, or where do you stand on that? Do you see similarities?
I don't know about the class as in general, but I can only speak on Aidan, and people like that. But talking about his hunger, I feel like him and his whole class had the same amount. Aidan came in, ready to learn. He didn't come in with the mindset that he knew too much. He always came in the mindset that he wanted to grow and get better. He could always improve. So, just having somebody like that I get to have underneath my wing, just teach him things that I learned my freshman year and being a big brother to him, is great. And then just how it was in the game, just seeing him perform and him being happy. I'm like, this is when you want to feel, this is yours. This is yours. No one could take that from me. So enjoy putting the show, and I'm just happy that I got him to be a part of our D-line.
Does Aidan feel like he's kind of ahead of the curve?
Oh man, I tell him all the time. My freshman year, he's ahead of where I was. So I give him a little confidence, but then also let him know where he has to improve. So having Aidan, getting them reps in the game, and him, being a factor and making plays, is a good feeling for him, and it's a good feeling for us as a defense and as a D-line.
Speaking of improvement, how's this defense better week 1 to now?
We're getting in the mindset. We're still in control of our goals and our destinies, and we just got to come out and show the world we know what we have in here. And that Nebraska game had to show y'all a glimpse. So we just got to keep on improving. We're not done. We're not satisfied.
Your 3 years here, does this feel like the most complete this overall team has been? Special teams, offense, defense, right now?
Oh yeah, all 3 phases of the game. I feel that we're improving, and it's a great feeling, just sitting back and watching the game and also playing in the game. That it's a feeling that I ain't had in a while. I don't know if it's because of the confidence or my brothers, that how hard we've been working and the work is showing off, but it's a different feeling. We just gotta keep on performing.
And how different does this group feel? That's the first time you're on the road since the Notre Dame game. How different do you feel from that game now heading into this one?
Oh, good. Notre Dame's behind us, and we got good taste in our mouth. We want to keep that taste in our mouth, so we just got to come out, practice hard, hit the film room hard, and perform.
Rashan, you're a gamer. You don't miss practice much. Do you have to plead with the coaching staff not to take you out of games early on like you did Saturday?
Yeah, but it's the bigger picture. Like I said, Aidan, getting his feet wet, him getting that confidence, him building himself up. Quiddy Pay, him building himself out, getting his confidence up, letting them know that they can play in big moments, and we're going to need you to play, farther down the line. So, me sitting back and me not taking those reps, I was actually happy because I got a chance, to help Aidan what he's seeing in the game, helping Quiddy see what he's seeing in the game, just hyping him up, getting hyped with him, letting them know that while you want to feel, this is yours, and everything you want, you could go get it. And it was fun. It was fun, but yeah, of course, as a competitor, I want to be on the field every play, every snap, but it's the bigger picture.
Did you get banged up out there? Did you get banged up at all out there? In the first quarter?
Nah, Coach came off and he was like, yeah, I want Aidan to get some reps. So I said, okay, I'm not going to tell him no. I'm not going to tell him no. It's my brother. I want to see him shine. If I shine, we all shine, and vice versa.
They weren't looking at your right. It looked like they were looking at something on your right shoulder, right arm, something. It looked like the trainers were looking at your right arm a little bit.
Oh, my right arm? You sure?
Shoulder. That's what I thought.
Nah, it was something wrong with my shoulder pads, so I had to go off and, check it with them, but everything was good.
Looked like they spent a lot of time on your shoulder pads.
Sure. different type of shoulder pads. They got to make sure they got to take care of me.
Rashan, on that note, can you walk us through kind of like, you're talking about a few shine, everybody shines it. D-line looked like you guys were pretty zeroed in on the quarterback. Can you walk us through, like, when you guys know you're just, you have them in your target, you guys are going after them, can pretty much do what you want?
Having that mindset. You talking about having a mindset of just getting after the quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, you guys seem like you were pretty much zeroed in on Martinez and Bunch the whole game.
Oh, yeah. Going into the week, we knew they had a mobile quarterback. And, that's something that we as a defense always have to focus on and, try to take away. Because if we could take away that, then the offense has to rely on other things. Going into the game, they starting up the read option, it's getting stopped. And, having us coming flying to the ball, sideline to sideline, knocking off the, the read option plays. It was fun. And then, there's applying pressure, applying pressure always, gets the quarterback nervous. But that's just something that Michigan defense has been known for and that we have to keep on doing.
Sean Levert said you guys have focused a lot more after Notre Dame on having fun again, just trying to have more fun out there. Were you guys a little too tight when the whole thing started the first game?
Yeah, absolutely. This past week, Coach was like, we all could play football, don't let no expectations get in your way, just go back to, spring practice, camp practice, and how you was having fun, that's how you need to play the game. And that's something that we've been doing, and, week by week, we've been getting better and improving.
So you think guys are maybe listening to, you guys brought back so many starters, you brought back a lot of talent, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that. Did that creep in a little bit too much at the end of camp there?
It depends on who you talk to be honest. For me, not really. I like having as much pressure as we can. I feel like having more pressure on you only makes you perform. So, here, of course, everybody here to talk. I'd be lying to you if I said it wasn't no talking, no one was listening to it. But, just it's more on ourselves that we know that we could be that great, so we need to prove that.
Talking about how this team adjusts, obviously you came out really hard right from the start Saturday, but you've been kind of stingy in the second half. How this team works when it's seen what a team's trying to do.
Say that again?
The adjustments that you make defensively and how much better this team plays when it's seen what another team's doing to you.
I feel like, our defensive model is we have to go out and play our ball to get us to the point where the offense needs to adjust to what we're doing. And, just having that type of mindset and going out there and forcing the offense to, have to check down plays because they see where we're in. That's what we want. And, to be honest, we keep playing how we playing. It's going to be a great year for, anybody we go against.
You guys watched the film after a game. How impressed were you when you watched Devin, his closing speed? I mean, Nico said it looks like he could be a 4 flat at times.
I think I already said, I feel like I don't feel like it. I know he's the fastest linebacker in college football. And, having him behind me just give me more security. I love having him fly around. I love having him as a captain, my brother. It's cool. And just going back and watching it on film, it's like, wow, he really made that play. It's crazy. He came up and hit him that hard. And it's crazy in the game. Sometimes you just got to sit back and, wow, okay. But yeah, Devin's a guy. He's a dude, how Coach Brown said it. I love having him as my linebacker.
How much did Don emphasize the out-hit comments that Scott Frost made?
Oh, man. In the beginning of the week, we had that in the back of our head. That's something that hit Coach Brown, deep. And then when it hits Coach Brown, it hits the whole defense. I think, yeah, he was the head coach, I think, my freshman year against UCF. And he said he felt like he out-hit us that game. I'm not going to have no comments on that. But, we just had to make sure we had to put that to sleep. And I feel like we did that.
So that was all coming from Don? It wasn't coming from Jim? That was all coming from
Don?
Don?
No, it was expressed throughout the whole week.
So Jim expressed it too?
Maybe, maybe not.
But mostly Don?
Yeah.
Okay. Covered.
Rashan, what's the biggest thing you take away from Saturday?
That we have to keep playing how we're playing. We only get better. I feel like as a defense, we have to get to play our best game, and that's the fun part about it. About football and throughout the season, you're able to get better and better week by week, and we just got to keep proving to ourselves that we can do that and just keep playing our ball.
When you're preparing for Northwestern, how much does it change you now? They just announced that Larkin's done. His career's over. How much does that change?
I don't know. The more and more we get into the week, we'll find out. Going through our film sessions, but I have yet to start watching film on them yet. But we'll start that today and see what happens with the game plan.
What do you like about it? What do you like about going on the road?
We're in somebody else's house. I love it. That's when the fans get the craziest. That's the environment that everybody want to perform on. So, it's cool. And they'll step away from here and cause some havoc in somebody else's house.
Rashan, when did you realize Ben Mason is a different type of guy, whether that's weight room, off the field, whatever?
When I first met him, I feel like everybody feels that way about him, to be honest. But just how his work ethic is, he first came in and we were in the weight room. I remember, I think we was going through, a full body workout, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to be your workout partner." I'm like, "You want to be my workout partner?" He was like, "Yeah." So just having that will to be better and compete. So as soon as I first met him, I felt like as soon as he stepped into the door, you could tell he was a different person.
So what's that first workout with him like?
It was cool. It was cool actually. We was doing some of the same way. We was competing, so trying to be stronger than one another. As you should. But it was cool. It was cool. I love having been a part of the team.
Bredesen this summer referred to him as a blockhead. He said it in the nicest way.
Yeah. Is
that fair? You think
That's exactly how Ben said it. That's how I'm going to say it. He's a blockhead. He does what coaches tell him to do, and he does it to his best ability, 110%. He doesn't give nothing less. And you see that in film. You see that, in practice. You see it on game time. He's that type to put his head down and do whatever the coach tells him to do. And having a person like that is good.
How much of his performance Saturday, how much was it kind of like maybe an indication from the offense of the offensive strength? How much of it was an indication of Ben kind of saying, "Hey, look, I'm here"?
Oh yeah, that was a good game for him, and sitting back and watching him, he deserved it. Hard work shows, and he's been working, and his number been picked, and he performed.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rashan.
Rashan, back here.